Hello, it's a beautiful Thursday. Recently the weather looks real good, around 68 degrees. I'm kind of surprised because I guess I expected the weather to be worse around this time of year. But I guess it turns out once spring rolls around, Seattle weather becomes beautiful. I'm actually not really sure. Weather changes from year to year, so who can really tell what's good weather normally? But it's quite nice. Just another reminder that you can't go outside too much. Although I guess I could just go outside, maybe take a run or something. But yeah, today I want to talk a little bit about exercise. I think I'm really on the higher end of the scale in terms of exercise. I exercise quite a bit. Even though these days I wouldn't say that I exercise too much. I think I try to exercise like once every couple of days for the most part, usually with breakdancing. And I guess like one thing that I think of a lot while exercising is that really my problem normally is exercising too much and very often easily hurt myself because I just have that intensity like from gaming where you can just game all the time. But unfortunately with exercise, if you exercise all the time, you'll hurt yourself. And this is kind of true in like running, this is true in breakdancing. I'm sure in tennis, but really I didn't have an opportunity to play that much tennis. But think about breakdancing. It's just like the moves that you do in breakdancing is so hard on your body. It's not really important to exercise maybe that long at a time. Really, exercising often is the biggest impact for you. So if you just feel like you have like a little bit of strain on your body, I would just stop exercising. And eventually your body's going to build up its strength anyway, and then you'll be able to get less and less of those injuries. But really, the main focus really is to prevent injury because an injury can actually last for who knows how long. I think months and even years. Sometimes you can get permanent damage. So it is better to be conservative rather than liberal in terms of the amount of exercise you do. And this is reminding me every day because I'd love to breakdance every day, but unfortunately like the toll it takes on like my joints and whatnot is not really sustainable. So that's pretty much the thoughts of the day. Be prudent while you exercise, and I'll see you later. Have a beautiful Thursday. Although it'll be Friday for you when you see this, so see you later. Here comes some more unappetizing food, but probably delicious. Here is some French green beans with that curry with my cabbage carrot salad, and I can't find the brown rice, but it's under there somewhere. So here we go, another vegan meal. Yum yum. Howdy. So let's just dive right into it today. I want to talk about long-term decision making. It's actually how I make a lot of my decisions. At least I like to think that I make a lot of decisions based on long-term decision making. And a lot of times it can actually revolve a lot of sacrifice in the short term, right? There are plenty of good examples that I cannot think of off the top of my head, but I think exercise is usually the classic example that people give out because exercising today in the long run can be huge. Enormous. You don't want to be waiting until you're 60 and then discovered, whoa, you have osteoporosis and then you can barely get out of bed without snapping your ankles apart and your shins and your knees. Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen. But it goes way beyond that, right? There's actually a lot of interesting things to think about in long-term decision making. Like for instance, apparently after you grow to age 40, well, I have no sources to back up my information. This is just a thing that I seem to remember. After the age of 40, your greatest chance of death is actually coming from cancer. So really you should minimize your risk of dying to cancer after age 40. That's really your biggest concern, apart from like getting into car accidents apparently before you're 40. After that, wear your sunscreen, but maybe you should wear your sunscreen first so you don't get that in the future. So it's a very complicated issue. It's just like there's a lot of long-term decision-making routes that you can go. Those are some, I guess, good examples for everyone. Well, not everyone, because I guess not everyone's like primarily worried for death is cancer, right? A lot of people, it might be hunger or just having not the financial welfare and whatnot. I think in the world of dating, which to me, it just seems kind of unreasonable to actually even go out on random dates with random people. I think that there's just too much like focus on the short term, and not only are you doing something that solely requires on short-term performance, you're also pretty much learning a skill that will only help you in this kind of strange world of dating. It's like, what kind of long-term benefits are you actually having from this? Are you going to be a better father because you can get better dates? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I think the best strategy for people who are really looking, I guess, to start a relationship, I'm not really sure what the intention is, but if the goal is to become like a parent sometime, then shouldn't you just be building the skills of a parent? It just seems to me like it's better to practice these qualities and being like a deep thinker, caring for other people, loving people. I mean, less just like generically good long-term strategies that you can take as approach to life that are, I think, really attractive. Like, what's the point in spending time like being funnier while it is a stylish thing to have? It's just kind of pointless in the grand scheme of things. Just behave how would you behave as a loving person in a relationship, and there you'll get into a relationship. That's dating advice from a young person. So I'll see you later.